What's going on? Welcome back. Um, gonna be, as per usual, switching up the game rotations. And today, we're gonna be playing some Minecraft. So, I don't really know what to name the world. I'm just gonna call it, man, I don't know. Man, that's a good name. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna look on Instagram first thing I see.
Thing turned out all right.
Yeah. Day 24, closure making till we hit 100K followers or we die.
Uh, I don't know, man. I don't know. No, that's too corny. Just gonna name it thoughts. I already have a world that I play on just recording my thoughts, but anyway, took me a minute and a half to think of a name. Um, this is the newest update, so it'll have the copper golem and stuff. Wow, that just spawned on top of a tree. Um, yeah, I would have recorded later tonight, but I kind of got inspiration on what I wanted to talk about. Sauce, man, today was bad. I like, I feel like I'm almost starting to, not relapse, because it's not like I was doing anything inherently bad, but I didn't go to the coffee shop I normally go to today, meaning I didn't get any work done, meaning I was stuck in my room all day. And I don't know, I feel very unproductive, and it sucks. I hate feeling unproductive. It was so nice going to the coffee shop, grabbing a coffee, chatting with the owners, and getting some very much needed to get done work. And today is just I was doing that the past 2 to 3 weeks, and I fell off. But if I know anything about addiction, not saying that I've done drugs or I'm an alcoholic or anything, but what I know, what I've learned through other people, is that relapses aren't bad. It's bound to happen at some point. It's impossible to go through life without ever doing wrong. What's important is that you use the bad moment to improve yourself. So you're allowed to make mistakes, obviously. Just don't dwell on those mistakes. Don't be like, man, I'm a failure. I messed up. I can never do anything right. You know, don't do that. You also shouldn't double down. You shouldn't be like, well, the streak is over. Guess I should just give up on trying to keep a streak. No, you should take it as an opportunity to say, I messed up. I know what I did was wrong, but sorry, email notification. But I know how to move on now. That actually wasn't what I was going to talk about initially, but I guess it was a good opener. What I actually wanted to talk about was, is it okay? I guess not, is it okay? I shouldn't say that, because a lot of it is up to your own judgment. I've been, I don't want to say missing my ex, because every time I think about it, we broke up for a reason, and I feel like I've become a better person out of it, but I kind of do, and not in the way that if she asked me to get back with her right now, I would say yes, because I wouldn't. I don't think. But it's just, I almost feel like I miss the feeling of having a girlfriend because it's like, it's a little bit more than a best friend. A best friend can go, like, you can do anything with them, you can tell them anything, and they're not going to judge you for anything, and they're always going to be there for you when you need it. And a girlfriend, I don't know, I feel like you can get a little bit more out of it because you're going to be spending more time with them, or you should be. Right? Um, yeah, I guess, what is that? What is that? Anyway, I feel like what I miss is having, I guess, knowing that someone cares. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I just, I miss being in a relationship because that was fun, cool. And it was the first time I was actually in a relationship, like a meaningful one. Because I've only ever dated, I mean, really, I've only ever dated two people. And the first one was just kind of, I hate to say it, but almost out of pity. Because I had initially said no, because I didn't really, well, I didn't like the person, but I didn't like them. Like, they're whatever. Their personality, I wasn't a fan of. They were cute, I guess, but not that attractive to me. And I said no. And then her sister uh, come up to me later, like, why not? Why don't you just give her a chance or whatever? And I was like, alright, fine, whatever. I'll give you a chance. And then, because the other thing was there'd been some beef between her and one of my other friends at the time. And that was really what uh, had me say no the first time, is because there was beef between her and one of my friends at the time. And I was like, well, I don't want to seem like the guy that's taking her side, you know. I don't want to cause more trauma. I'm not trying to bridge the gap. I'd rather stay out of it. But then her sister was like convincing me and everything. I was like, all right, whatever. I have nothing really to lose, or that's what I thought from getting into a relationship with this person. So I was like, yeah, whatever. I guess I'll try it out, see how it goes. Um, went about as well as I thought. Like, it was fine for the first few months, but then after that, when I really started to get to know her and her family and stuff, it's like, I don't really like your family, and I never even really liked you. I mean, that sounds bad, but like, obviously, I care for every person. And I didn't have the extra level of care that I would for what I imagined my girlfriend would be like. It's just kind of the same base level sympathy as I would any other person. So it wasn't anything really extra. And I told her, I was like, man, I don't like your dad. Your dad's not cool. He has anger issues. He's just a drunk. And I don't want this going any further because if we somehow end up at the marriage stage, I don't want my kids to be like your dad. So that's how I thought I put it, and just got recommended my own video. That's how I thought I put it, and so yeah, that's how that ended. Um, and so yeah, and then I get with my last ex, and she's really cool. She's funny. She likes a lot of the same things I like. Uh, and it was fun. It was really fun for the first, what, it's 6 months, I'd say. Um, we had the whole summer to spend together, and we got to know each other really well. We hung out all the time. It was like having a best friend that I could do some extra stuff with, if you know what I mean. And it was amazing. It was great. It was so good. And I think part of what hit me the most, or not what hit me, part of the reason I miss that so much is because it felt like I was losing a best friend, which I was. And I guess it's not like we can't still be friends, but I don't want to get reattached to someone. At least that was my mindset for a long time, is I don't want to get reattached to someone that doesn't care about me anymore, or someone that doesn't think about me. Because that was my only thing. Like, I tried to keep in contact with her parents, man. I miss her parents so much. Like, not even, not even really her. Like, I don't care if I ever talk to her again. That's not of my concern. I, I pray that I see her parents again in public just so I can have a conversation with them because they're such nice people, bro. Like, I miss them the most. But yeah, her family is really cool. And anyway, um, her, what was I saying? What was I saying? I have dementia or something. Um, I miss, because it was like losing a best friend, because it was, um, I think I was talking about I can't really be friends with her. Like, I don't know, I feel like I can't be friends with her because, for what I was saying before, like, I don't want to get attached to her again, you know? And I want to keep that attachment broken. If I try to be friends with her, and if it gets any closer than just acquaintance, I feel like I'll start to be, um, I'll start to get to that point again where we're talking more, and I don't want to get attached, especially if she's like over me. Like I'm not even a thought in her mind for a relationship. yeah. So I don't, I almost just miss the idea of a relationship. I do miss her because it feels like I lost a, one of my best friends. And uh, it's, I want, I don't think it's unhealthy to be thinking about it just because of how close we were, or how close I thought we were. Um, because like, I don't know, like, can you blame someone if they, if a parent walked out of their life, or a sister or a brother walked out of someone's life? Could you blame that person? Could you say it's unhealthy to think about them months later, years later? I don't think so. I mean, it's different growing up with someone for sure, but you still have, it's about the, I don't think it's about the time, it's about the connection that you get with that person in the time you spent with them. So that's why I'm using that as comparison, not because I spent so long with her, but because our time was meaningful. Um, yeah, that's what I would compare it to. And again, I don't think it's unhealthy because it's not like I'm depressed over it or I'm like beating myself up or like, how could I do this? I miss her so much. It's not like that. It's just, it occurs to me every now and then that our relationship was fun. I just wish that. I always think whenever something, some canon event happens in my life, I always think about the what ifs. And what if I did this? What if I said this? A lot of what if I said this because I feel like you can shift events just off what you say, not necessarily your actions. But uh, yeah, so well, um, so yeah, I I just feel like I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of I guess why I miss her, or is it okay to miss her? Which I guess I've already figured out, but born an expression. Is it okay to miss her? Yeah. Why do you miss her then? Um, because I mean I've said it before. I don't know. I keep going over the same thing. It just still feels like something's missing. I guess maybe part of it is that I feel like I never really got a conclusion, a conclusive answer. There are several reasons. It was her ultimately that ended it. There were several reasons she gave as to why she wanted to cut things off, but I guess to me, none of the reasons she gave seemed serious enough for a breakup, and it almost seemed like, I don't know, to me, it, my conclusion was that when she really got to know me, she didn't really like me as much as she thought. Almost like the thing with the masks. Like, I remember when masks came about for the pandemic, everyone was wearing a mask. You think someone's cute, they take off the mask, you're like, ugh. It went from a 8 out of 10 to a 2 out of 10. But I think that's what it was, where on the outside, in public, uh, she saw how I was in public, and she thought I was fun, like not really caring about anything, just kind of doing whatever I thought was fun. And that's partially true. Like I do try to enjoy my life, but I think once she realized that I have certain moral values that I hold closely, uh, she didn't like that, and she thought it was limiting to how much fun she could have, and that's what uh, that's where the line was drawn. And again, that she didn't say that directly to me. She gave me reasons, and I had to kind of hypothesize off of those reasons as to what she was really feeling. And uh, it just seemed fixable to me. Maybe that's what it is. It just seemed really fixable. Like very minute details. And it didn't seem logical to me that the very minute details are what broke the relationship. Yeah, just kind of wanted to yap about that. That and the particularly uneventful day I had so far. I do have practice later though, so I can look forward to that at least. I did work out this morning, but other than that, wow, how many meadows? Other than that, I didn't really do a whole lot. Actually, not even. I didn't do a whole lot. Didn't do anything. Um, I guess for now, I will build. I don't want to call it a base, a temporary hut, if you will, a shack. I guess I can finish building the house. Really know how to design houses. My friend's really good at house designs. I'm not. It's fine. Yeah. A little 2 minutes left. It's fine. Just building this house and then wrap up anything else I have left. Actually, I don't really have anything. I was pretty sure that was all I wanted to talk about. Let me know if you like the shorts videos. I'm gonna start posting some shorts. One, to make up for missing 2 videos on the weekend. I was pretty busy with Universal and stuff. And two, for uh, any quick thoughts I have. I want to be comfortable with just giving a quick update or, something shorter if it's not that I'm cooling. I guess this is fine. I could make slabbery. Wow, just did the same thing. Minecraft's always very relaxing. I feel like I couldn't talk about anything on this game. No. Put in some windows. It's not bad. I'm curious on what the copper golems, their potential, because they seem pretty cool. I know you can sort inventories and stuff with them. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Let me know if you want more Minecraft. Uh, Let me know if you liked any of the other games better. Yeah, guess with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.